Hi there, and welcome to the RIS Middle School Digital Portfolio Refresh and Update tutorial. You are watching this video because you're either a student, a grade 7 or grade 8 student who has a digital portfolio and needs to refresh it for the year, or you're an advisory teacher who is helping your students update and refresh their digital portfolios for the coming school year. So let's go ahead and get started. First, let's take a look at how this tutorial video is structured. We'll go over and review the purpose and contributions you make on your digital portfolio. Once we've done that, we'll go into a few steps on how to refresh and prepare your portfolio for the year. We'll be following a pattern that involves me showing you what to do. So I will show you, and then I will do it for you on the screen. Then you'll be provided some time for you to do it. And if you need help while you're doing it, you can refer to memory cues that are added to the training site that you'll be given here momentarily. And as you're doing this, you'll work with your teacher in order to progress through the next steps. Now, for the teachers, if you can please, every time you see this guy, pause the video and wait for your students to complete the tasks that were presented in the step during the training. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the purpose and types of contributions so that we can recall what we need to be doing with our digital portfolio this year. The digital portfolio purpose here at RIS in the middle school is to read verbatim. RIS's digital portfolios are a space for students to chronicle and reflect on their growth, evaluate their learning process, and share with a wider audience. So what does this mean? Well, chronicle is where you can capture and record your learning. Reflect is when you think about what you do well and how you can improve. And growth is to show improvement over time with what you share on your digital portfolio. And you'll evaluate how you are coming to represent and meet your learning goals. So you think about your experiences and connect them to your learning goals. Then you share by posting your digital text and multimedias on your portfolio. And a wider audience could be anybody that you choose to share your site with or your published URL site. So one might ask, how do we achieve this purpose using our digital portfolios? Well, working throughout the year and with your teachers, you can start adding different types of work to your portfolio. Here are 10 things or contributions you could add or seek to do with your digital portfolio. The first thing is you can set your goals and evaluate your goals. You can reflect on your learning goals by adding evidence and then connecting them to the goals that you've previously stated. And of course, you can learn about what other people are doing, what other students are doing, and how they're setting their goals and how they're achieving their goals. A fourth reason of using it is you can use technology to start asking questions. You can use this technology to receive feedback from your teachers and classmates and record that feedback and hopefully showcase it later on in the year. And as you do this, you're going to show your growth over time. You try new things and show that growth and put that into your digital portfolio as digital evidence, and that will show your development as a student and a person throughout the year and in years to come. You can find other people's ideas and then showcase and connect them to your own. You can bring in links from other parts of the web and online resources and provide visitors to your site a snapshot of what you're learning and how you're reading what you learn. You can choose to use the best tools to showcase and publish your thoughts. And you can challenge yourself and express yourself with those thoughts, ideas, and feelings. And you can also present your thoughts in multimedia form. You don't have to just use text. You can use images, audio, video, and animation, and it's all in one place. And finally, you can select and share the best of your projects from your year, from whatever subject or whatever activities you've done here at school. And you can put that into your portfolio and share it with parents, teachers, peers, and even the world if you would like to. So the digital portfolio workflow is as follows. There are two sites that you'll be working with. One is the editing site, and the editing site has the editing features there on the right-hand sidebar you can see, and it has this sort of very long URL address that is very hard to replicate or to remember. So it's sort of gobbledygook. That is when you're on your editing site. Now, the other part and aspect of the workflow is that you have a published site, and this is the public view of your site. And this has a URL that is fairly easy to remember. So when you see this site, you can't edit it, but this is what it's going to look like for your visitors. What is the structure of this site that you have made for the digital portfolio? Well, you have a home page where you can showcase all the different aspects about yourself that you choose to do. And then below the home page, you have another page called Additional Evidence. And this is where you can link things like your YouTube channel, or maybe even channels that you like to visit regularly, or you might have other sites that you manage, or you might have a Twitter feed, or whatever you might have. You can put that in this page to show additional evidence of who you are and who you're becoming. Then you have the grade level page, which is where you'll be showcasing your SMART goals or your goals for the year, and you probably make these with your advisory teachers during some point of the semester. And then you have your academic goals and reflections. So you would go to the drop-down menu underneath your grade level, and you'll select the reflections, and you have your academic goal, and you might have some personal goals that you list, and then you can provide evidence as the year goes on that you've made that. And then you have your focus block page, and this is where you'll showcase what you put in for your work that you do during the focus block time. And there you have the basic 5 pages of your portfolio and the structure of that portfolio for your future use as you go along throughout the year. All right, once you have accessed and opened up your Google Chrome, make sure that you close all tabs and go to google.com if you need, and make sure that you are logged in to your Google account. And then you're going to open up a new tab, or just remain in that tab, and go ahead and type in shorturl.at/ghiv0. So to do this, it'll look something like this. I'll type in shorturl.at/gh capitalize IV, and then type the number 0. Once you have entered the URL correctly, hit enter. You'll be taken to our training resource page for our tutorial. You can scroll down and see the steps that we'll be taking to complete our task. Please stop this video right now and make sure all the students have opened up their Google Community site page. Step 1 is broken down in several different smaller tasks, but you'll want to start out by going to your Gmail inbox. So open up a new tab and go to your Gmail inbox. Once you're at your Gmail inbox, go ahead and click on the apps grid there in the upper right-hand corner, and then you're going to select Google Drive in order to access your site. So to do this, I'll just simply go over here. I'll click on a new tab, and then I will type in, let's just say Gmail, and I will access my inbox here, and I'll simply go to the apps grid, and I will click on the Google Drive option, and you'll be able to see that I have my Google Drive here. Stop this video now and make sure that all students have 3 tabs open prior to resuming the video. The next subtask to step 1 is to make sure that you can find your digital portfolio from last year. So to do this, you're simply going to go to your Google Drive, and there's a search box up at the top, and click on the arrow pointing down at the side. And then you'll be able to select the arrow next to the Any field or Type field. And at this point, you'll be able to select Sites to filter all of your files that are site files. So this will make it easier to find your portfolio. And then click on Search and open the digital portfolio that comes up. That is your digital portfolio. So to do this, let's take a look. I will come over here. I will click on the arrow. I will click on Any. I will then click on Sites, and then I'll hit Search. This will filter all of the results, and you can see that I have it starred, and here is my portfolio from last year. I'll go ahead and double-click to enter into that portfolio. The teacher can now pause the video, and students should close the Google Drive tab and make sure that all students are open to Gmail inbox, community training site, and digital portfolio editing site that we just opened. Let's move on to step 2. And in this step, we'll update the site's navigation and structure. Now, please do not change anything that you did from last year at this time. So any content that you've added, you don't need to do anything with. And let's go ahead and proceed updating the page. To do this, you're going to go to the Pages tab on your right-hand editing bar, and you're going to delete the head, hands, and heart pages. Now, if you're in grade 7, then you'll do that for grade 7 and grade 8. If you're doing it for grade 8, you don't have to worry about grade 7 since you've already completed that, and you just worry about deleting the grade 8 pages. So again, if you're grade 7, you'll do both grade 7 and 8 and the same tasks in both of those. So you'll add new pages. You'll give the new pages a title with grade 7 or grade 8 focus block. And then you'll drag and drop the new pages to the correct position in order to keep the structure of your site. So let's see how we can do this. I'm going to go over to Pages here, and I'm going to scroll down to the grade 8, and I'm going to go to the hamburger button and delete each of these pages that I do not need. And then I will add a page that I want to add. So I'm going to hit Add. I'm going to say GR8 Focus Block. Click Done. And there it adds it there in underneath grade 8. Now, if for some reason it's not under the proper structure, you'll notice that it's not under grade 8. I can just move that around and place it into the grade 8, and it'll come down here. Then I can reorder the reflections and so forth. The teacher can now pause this video and make sure that all of your students have now added a reflections page, which is already there, and a focus block page under each of the grade levels. For step 3, we're going to go ahead and go into our reflections page, and here we're going to edit the reflection page a little bit. To do this, we're going to change the titles of the first 2 sections from STEM to Academic Goal and Humanities to Personal Goal. Then, once we've done that, we're going to delete all the other sections down below. To do this, we simply come over to our grade 8 reflections page or grade 7 reflection page, and we'll scroll down and we're going to rename, so Academic Goal. We scroll down to the next section, and then we will skip the space there, and we will go ahead and start deleting all the other spaces below our personal goal. So I'll hit delete, and then there's a blank space. I'll hit that, and then delete on personal interests, and delete. and delete one more time. And we can take out the extra space as well. The teacher can pause the video now and make sure that all the students have 2 sections to their reflection page, academic and personal goal section. All right, now that we've made all the necessary changes, it is time to publish those changes so that our site's visitors can view the content that we've added or changed. In order to do this, it's very simple. You just go to the editing page, click on Publish. It will then display this screen where we can obviously review the changes that we've made one last time before we click the Publish link again. And then you'll click the Publish, and all the changes will be made viewable to our site's visitors. To do this, you can see how I do this. I come up here to Publish, and once I click on the Published button, you can see all the changes, and then I can just simply click on Publish. Teachers can now stop the video, and before starting, make sure the students confirm they have clicked the Publish button. All right, now we have added the changes and we have published those changes, but we want to make sure that those changes are viewable to all people at RIS or at Rimrudy International School. And to do that, let's go ahead and review how you can ensure that you have the correct configurations for your share settings. So you're going to click on the share icon, and once you've clicked on the share icon, you click on the change link. And once you have clicked the changed link, go ahead and click on the arrow next to the published site. And this may say Rimrudy International School. It may not. Go ahead and click on that link. And you'll notice that you have different settings. Go ahead and make sure that you have it set to Rimrudy International School. And you can click Done. To do this, let's take a look at how you do it. We're going to go up to the Share with Others link icon, and then we'll hit Change, and then I can click on the link there, drop down, make sure I have Rimrudy International School, and then I can click on Done. And now I know that everybody at RIS who has a RIS email address can access my site when I share the published link. Teachers can now pause the video and wait for the students to complete and configure their viewing settings. All right, we've reached the final step, step 6, and this is where you're just going to confirm that you've completed all of the tasks that were in this training procedure. We're going to register your portfolio for this year. So in order to do this, you're going to go to your editing site and click on the link or icon that looks like a paperclip. Click on it, and then click Copy Link. And then you're going to go over to the community site and scroll down to step 6. And once you're down to step 6, you can go ahead and click the link for the digital portfolio registration form. And once you've done that, you'll enter the correct information and submit the form. And return to Gmail and open the form submission confirmation email that is sent to you in order to show your teacher that you have completed the final step. To do this, I'm going to go over to the editing page, and I'm just simply going to click on the published link icon. I hit copy. Once I've copied it, I'm going to return back to the digital portfolio community site training page. And if you scroll all the way down, you'll see the final step, step 6, and you can click on the digital portfolio registration form link. And it is here where you can enter the proper information that you need to submit. And the final field requests that you submit or paste the link to your published site in this field. And once you've done that, you click on Submit. And once you've clicked on Submit, you return to your Gmail inbox. And it is here where you can find your digital portfolio registration confirmation, and you can show your teacher that you have completed the training procedures by presenting this email to them. Again, thank you for watching, and make sure that all students show that form submission confirmation to complete this training. Have a wonderful day.